This action shocked the elders, and one of them called them Ụmụ nwanyị ndị nzuzu, which means foolish women. The village was in total chaos. Once upon a time, there exists a vibrant and peaceful village called Kakalu. The village was known for its close-knit community. Everyone knew each other's names and secrets were rare. Everyone in this village shared a very big land where each family had their portion of land to farm on. At the end of the season, there was always a big harvest, yielding different types of food like yam, corn, onions, and many others. And at the end of the day, a trade by barter occurred, families exchanging with others some of the foods they needed. The village thrived on harmony and tradition, with each family adhering to age-old customs passed down through generations, especially traditions on how to train their children to become good people in the future. In this tranquil setting, three mothers stood out for their unconventional ways: Ginika, Nkiru, and Ugochi. Despite the village's emphasis on uniformity, these women chose to raise their children differently. They believed in nurturing individuality and creativity, encouraging their children to explore their unique talents and interests. Their unconventional method often drew disapproving looks and hushed whispers from their neighbors. Ginika's daughter, Gemma, was a wild spirit with a boundless curiosity for the natural world. She often took her daughter on long walks through the forest, teaching her about the various plants and animals that inhabited their surroundings. Ugochi's daughter, Karachi, was a graceful dancer who spent hours practicing intricate routines in the village square. Nkiru's son, Obioha, had a rare gift for communicating with animals. Nkiru encouraged this talent, allowing him to spend his days conversing with the village's livestock and wildlife. Despite the villagers' skepticism and judgments, the three mothers remained steadfast in their belief. Each mother had a child they loved dearly, and each had their own unique way of raising them. The villagers often gossiped about the unusual method these mothers used, labeling them as foolish and eccentric. Please, if you are enjoying this story so far, give it a thumbs up. Gemma would often be seen running barefoot through the woods, climbing trees and exploring the wilds. Karachi spent hours each day practicing complicated dances and acrobatics, often in the middle of the village square, much to the amusement of the townsfolk. Obioha loved to speak to animals and would often be found in deep conversation with the birds, squirrels, and even the village's livestock, and this made people look upon him as a mad boy. The village found this method strange and inappropriate. They believed children should be raised in a more traditional manner, focused on chores, schoolwork, and learning practical skills. Other parents warned their children to stay away from Gemma, Karachi, and Obioha, fearing their foolish behavior might be contagious. Women will gather to talk about these mothers and how they could be of help to them. One woman said, "Our children are in danger of becoming useless if these three foolish women don't train their children properly." Another said, "This is concerning, oh. So let us tell our husbands so that they can call a meeting and advise these women." And so, they all came to an agreement. After the next market day, the elders of the village called these three mothers, advising them and telling them to immediately reverse their way of training their children. The mothers boldly refused. This action shocked the elders, and one of them called them Ụmụ nwanyị ndị nzuzu, which means foolish women. And this act of theirs made people desist themselves and their families from associating with them, and this caused the three families to become friends and draw even more closer to each other. Despite the villagers' disapproval, the three mothers continued to encourage their children's unique talents. Ginika believed that her daughter's connection to nature would teach her resilience and resourcefulness. Ugochi thought that her daughter's dancing would instill discipline and creativity. and Nkiru was convinced that her son's communication with animals would foster empathy and a deep understanding of the natural world. Please share this video to your family and friends. One fateful period, series of misfortunes struck Kakalo. A wildfire began to spread through the forest, threatening to consume the village. The villagers scrambled to protect their homes, but the fire was relentless. In the chaos, a band of bandits took advantage of the situation, stealing livestock and valuables while everyone was distracted. The village was in total chaos as no one had an idea what to do. Immediately, the three friends, Gemma, Karachi, and Obioha, devised a plan with their mothers. Ginika sent Gemma into the forest. Using her intimate knowledge of the woods, she quickly found a hidden stream and guided it towards the fire, creating a makeshift fire break that slowed the flames' advance. Her fearless and swift action saved the village from being entirely consumed. Meanwhile, Ugochi and Karachi gathered the villagers in the square. Karachi's extraordinary agility and grace captivated the bandits. As she danced and performed breathtaking acrobatics, the bandits were so mesmerized that they didn't notice the villagers circling them. With Karachi's distraction, the villagers managed to apprehend the bandits and recover their stolen goods. Finally, Nkiru and Obioha worked together to soothe the panicked livestock. Obioha, speaking gently to the animals, calmed them and led them to safety. His empathetic connection with the creatures ensured that no further harm came to the village's precious resources. The villagers were astonished and ashamed of their previous judgments. The so-called three foolish mothers had saved them all. They realized that Gemma's wild exploration had equipped her with vital survival skills. Karachi's dancing had become a tool of distraction and defense, and Obioha's animal communication had safeguarded their livelihood. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell for more stories. In the aftermath, the village held a grand celebration to honor the three mothers and their children. The villagers apologized for their misunderstanding and expressed gratitude. Ginika, Ugochi, and Nkiru were no longer seen as foolish, but as wise and visionary parents. The story of how three misunderstood mothers trained their children to save the village became a cherished legend in Kakalo, teaching future generations the value of diversity, open-mindedness, and the importance of nurturing unique talents. From that day forward, other parents pushed their children to become close friends with Gemma, Karachi, and Obioha, who were now celebrated as heroes. Let us learn to embrace different ways of thinking and parenting. Never think your way of parenting is better than another person's way of parenting. Don't be surprised, it might have a totally different outcome than you thought it would. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next story.